Have you ever stopped to ask yourself if the nuts you're eating every day, those handfuls you reach for thinking you're making a healthy choice, could actually be working against you? For millions of older adults across America, the answer might be an alarming yes. At first glance, nuts seem like the perfect snack. They're natural, high in protein, and packed with healthy fats, right? But here's the uncomfortable truth. Not all nuts are created equal. Some of the most popular varieties can silently sabotage your health. They may weaken your heart, accelerate muscle loss, and even damage the blood vessels in your legs, reducing circulation and increasing the risk of immobility and dangerous falls. For seniors, every step matters. The ability to move confidently and independently is more than just physical. It protects your freedom, your dignity, and your peace of mind. But the wrong kinds of nuts can inflame your joints, spike your blood sugar, and slowly erode the very strength you rely on to stay mobile. In this video, we uncover the 3 worst nuts you should eliminate from your diet immediately to protect your legs, your heart, and your future. Then we'll show you the 3 best nuts you can add to your daily routine starting today. Ones that actively support circulation, reduce inflammation, and help keep your muscles strong and your steps steady. This isn't just a conversation about diet. It's about empowering you to make smart choices that protect your independence. So before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss another tip made just for you. And if you're ready to learn, let me know in the comments. Type 1 if you're in, or 0 if you'd like to see different content. Let's delve in. Number 1, peanuts, the silent destroyer of strength. Peanuts. They're in nearly every kitchen, passed around in bowls at family gatherings, layered into sandwiches, and hidden in healthy energy bars. They're marketed as a heart-healthy, protein-rich, affordable snack. But if you're a senior, especially over 60, this common legume may be slowly undermining your strength, energy, and independence without you ever realizing it. At first glance, peanuts seem harmless, even nutritious. They offer protein, fiber, and healthy fats. But behind that friendly, familiar image lies a threat that becomes more dangerous the older you get. Peanuts aren't true nuts. They're legumes grown underground. This makes them particularly vulnerable to contamination by aflatoxins, toxic compounds produced by molds that thrive in warm, humid environments. Here's the problem. As we age, our body's ability to filter out and detoxify harmful substances declines. What your younger body once handled with ease now lingers longer, doing more damage. Aflatoxins are known to contribute to liver damage, increase cancer risk, and accelerate cellular aging. These changes often go unnoticed until they manifest as persistent fatigue, weakened muscles, compromised immune function, or more serious health events. But aflatoxins aren't the only hidden danger. Peanuts are inflammatory by nature. They're loaded with omega-6 fatty acids, far more than your body needs, especially in proportion to omega-3s. This imbalance triggers chronic low-grade inflammation, a slow and steady fire inside the body. Over time, this systemic inflammation can lead to joint pain and stiffness, making it harder to walk or move freely, arterial hardening, raising your risk of high blood pressure and heart disease, muscle degradation, leading to frailty, poor balance, and higher fall risk. If you're already experiencing issues like stiff knees, aching hips, or fatigue while climbing stairs, peanuts may be quietly fueling the problem. And if you take blood thinners, which many older adults do, the risks grow even more concerning. Peanuts naturally contain vitamin K, which plays a role in blood clotting. This can interfere with medications like warfarin, potentially reducing their effectiveness or creating dangerous imbalances. One day, you're managing your condition. The next, you could be facing an unexpected clot or an internal bleed, all because of what seemed like a harmless snack. Now let's talk peanut butter, the staple in so many households. You might think switching from whole peanuts to peanut butter is a better, more spreadable choice. But most commercial peanut butters are loaded with hydrogenated oils, added sugars, and excess salt. This toxic trio promotes high blood pressure, insulin resistance, vascular damage, cognitive decline. Each spoonful slowly chips away at your circulation, heart health, and even brain clarity. While the comforting taste tricks you into believing you're making a wholesome choice. The greatest danger of peanuts isn't just their impact on one organ, it's their cumulative, silent assault on your entire body. They target your mobility, heart, brain, and immune system all at once. What seems like a quick snack can over time lead to missed family moments, extended hospital stays, and a gradual loss of independence. But peanuts aren't the only hidden threat lurking in your pantry. There's another common nut, creamy, buttery, and beloved by many, that might be quietly sabotaging your bones and setting the stage for dangerous fractures and long recoveries. Curious which one it is? Let's reveal it in the next segment. And if you're still watching and finding this helpful, drop a comment below with number 1 to let me know you're here and you're ready to take control of your health. Now let's move on to point number 2. Number 2, cashews, the calcium thief. At first bite, cashews seem like the perfect snack. Creamy, rich, and satisfying, they carry a reputation for being a healthier, more sophisticated option, especially appealing to seniors trying to improve their diets. With their smooth texture and subtly sweet flavor, cashews feel like a luxurious, guilt-free indulgence. But beneath that familiar buttery taste lies a danger few recognize, one that can quietly erode the very structure holding you upright, your bones. As we age, bone loss becomes one of the greatest silent threats to our health and independence. The strength of your bones determines far more than you might think. Every step you take, every move you make, depends on a stable, dense skeleton. But when bones begin to weaken, the risks multiply. Falls become more common, fractures become more severe, healing becomes slower, and something as routine as walking across the living room can suddenly lead to hospitalization, immobility, or even permanent disability. Here's where cashews come in. Though often praised for being a healthier nut, cashews are surprisingly high in oxalates, natural compounds that bind to calcium in the digestive tract. Once bound, that calcium becomes unusable to your body and is instead excreted. What does this mean for you? It means every handful of cashews you snack on may be stealing calcium from your body, chipping away at your bone density day by day. For seniors already facing declining calcium absorption due to age, medications, or diet, cashews can silently accelerate the weakening of hips, knees, wrists, and spine. You may feel more unsteady on your feet or find it harder to recover from a simple bump or fall. Over time, your legs grow less stable, your hips more fragile, and the risk of life-changing fractures grows larger, all while you thought you were eating wisely. But the dangers don't stop with bone loss. Cashews are also high in carbohydrates compared to most nuts. This means they can trigger blood sugar spikes, a serious concern for seniors, many of whom are already managing diabetes or prediabetes. These sharp fluctuations quietly damage the small blood vessels in your feet and legs. Over time, this damage can lead to neuropathy, muscle weakness, poor wound healing, and in severe cases, even amputation. What begins as innocent snacking can slowly erode your mobility and independence. And there's more. Those same oxalates that steal calcium from your bones can accumulate in your kidneys, forming sharp, painful kidney stones. For older adults, especially those with lower water intake or already compromised kidney function, cashews can tip the scale from manageable to devastating. Kidney stones are not only excruciating, they can block the urinary tract, cause infections, and in some cases, lead to long-term kidney damage. Even the texture of cashews presents a hidden danger. Their smooth, curved shape and dense consistency make them a choking hazard, particularly for seniors with reduced chewing strength, dry mouth, or swallowing difficulties. What seems easy to chew can become lodged in the throat, turning a pleasant snack into a medical emergency in seconds. It's startling to realize that this beloved nut, often seen as a healthy upscale snack, could be silently undermining your strength, independence, and safety. From weakening your bones and spiking your blood sugar to increasing your risk of kidney stones and choking, cashews may be one of the most deceptively dangerous foods in your pantry. But cashews aren't the only nut seniors need to watch out for. There's another, smaller, seemingly innocent, that can interfere directly with your medications, disrupting the delicate balance your health depends on. Let's uncover that critical danger next. Number 3. Pine nuts, the brain and leg disruptor. At first glance, pine nuts seem harmless, perhaps even elegant. They're the kind of ingredient you'd find sprinkled delicately on a salad at a fine restaurant, or blended into a rich, fragrant pesto. Their small size and subtle taste give them an aura of sophistication and health. For seniors aiming to make more refined, health-conscious food choices, pine nuts might feel like a smart option. But beneath their polished exterior, pine nuts hide serious dangers, especially for older adults. These tiny seeds can quietly sabotage two of your most valuable remaining assets: your physical strength and your mental clarity. Medication interference, a hidden crisis. What many seniors don't realize is that pine nuts contain compounds that can interfere with more than 60% of commonly prescribed medications. This includes medications you may rely on daily: blood pressure medications, statins for cholesterol, antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds, blood thinners. These aren't optional drugs. They are life-supporting tools that help keep your heart steady, your mood stable, your blood vessels open, and your risk of stroke and heart attack under control. But pine nuts, because of certain phytochemicals and their effects on liver enzyme activity, can alter how these medications are metabolized in your body. They can either block their absorption or accelerate their breakdown, throwing your treatment plan into chaos. Imagine doing everything right, taking your pills on time, eating your greens, walking daily, only to have a handful of pine nuts silently undo it all. The result? Unpredictable blood pressure, dangerous arrhythmias, sudden clotting events, or mental instability. It's a terrifying possibility, and one that's rarely discussed in the doctor's office. Pine nuts are simply not seen as a serious risk by most physicians, which means seniors are often left unaware. Pine mouth syndrome, when food becomes a punishment. The dangers of pine nuts don't stop with medication interactions. They have also been clinically linked to a disturbing and little-known condition called pine mouth syndrome. Within 12 to 48 hours after consuming pine nuts, some people develop a persistent, bitter, metallic taste in their mouth that lasts for days or even weeks. Everything, from a juicy apple to a glass of water, tastes unpleasant, distorted, and metallic. Now imagine experiencing this as a senior. Appetite naturally declines with age, and many older adults already struggle with maintaining proper nutrition. Add in pine mouth syndrome, and suddenly food becomes repulsive, even nauseating. The result? You eat less. You grow weaker. Your muscles begin to atrophy. Your energy plummets. Soon you're skipping meals, skipping movement, and slipping into a spiral of frailty, weakness, and slow healing. What started as a decorative garnish has now turned into a serious threat to your physical health. Oxidation, the invisible destroyer. Another often overlooked danger of pine nuts is oxidation. Pine nuts are rich in polyunsaturated fats, which, while healthy in their fresh form, are incredibly fragile and prone to going rancid. Once oxidized, these fats produce harmful free radicals, unstable molecules that attack cells throughout your body. When seniors consume oxidized pine nuts, they're ingesting compounds that contribute to chronic joint inflammation, stiff arteries and poor circulation, cognitive decline, vision problems, fatigue, and poor muscle recovery. Every handful of stale pine nuts sends oxidative stress deeper into your body. Your joints ache more, your mind slows, your memories blur, and your overall vitality fades. For a senior hoping to stay sharp, mobile, and independent, this slow decay can be catastrophic. And here's the scary part. Many pine nuts are already oxidized before you even open the bag. Their delicate oils go bad quickly, especially when stored improperly or exposed to light and air. Most people wouldn't even notice. There's often no distinct smell or taste to warn you. A physical hazard, choking risk. And still, we're not done. Pine nuts pose one final danger that's far too common among the aging population: choking. Their tiny size, slippery shape, and firm texture make them difficult to chew and easy to inhale, especially for seniors with dry mouth, a side effect of many medications, reduced chewing strength due to missing teeth or dentures, swallowing difficulties, a condition known as dysphagia, even just a small misstep, talking while eating, or swallowing too quickly can send a pine nut down the wrong pipe, causing coughing fits, aspiration, or full-blown choking emergencies. The triple threat. So let's recap. Pine nuts may be small, but they pose a triple threat to your well-being as you age. 1. They can disrupt critical medications, making your health less predictable and far more vulnerable. 2. They can erode your appetite and physical strength through pine mouth syndrome, a condition that can lead to malnutrition and muscle wasting. 3. They accelerate joint and brain aging via oxidation and inflame the very systems you depend on for independence and clarity. And they physically endanger you by increasing your risk of choking, especially if your swallowing or chewing ability is impaired. It's a bitter irony that such a refined, seemingly healthy food could cause such chaos. But don't worry. While some nuts quietly harm, others can become your greatest allies in the battle to stay strong, sharp, and mobile. Coming up, the first miracle. Nut you must eat: almonds, the bone and muscle defender. In a world where every step becomes more precious as we age, almonds offer a powerful promise: the chance to walk with strength, dignity, and confidence for years to come. More than just a snack, almonds are a lifeline for seniors determined to preserve their mobility and live with vibrancy. Rich in calcium and magnesium, they help maintain bone density, preventing the fractures and frailty that so often steal independence in later years. Almonds are also packed with plant-based protein, helping to preserve muscle mass, especially important for lifting, climbing stairs, and maintaining balance. Their healthy fats and fiber aid in digestion, cholesterol reduction, and heart health. All critical pillars of senior wellness. Even better, the antioxidants in almond skin help fight brain aging, protecting you from cognitive decline and memory loss. So while pine nuts may whisper sophistication, almonds roar strength. Ready to discover more of the nuts that can transform your later years? Stay tuned for part 2. 3 nuts you must eat every day to stay strong, sharp, and independent. These protectors work quietly behind the scenes, doing their best work without fanfare, preserving memory, sharpening reaction time, stabilizing mood. In subtle yet powerful ways, they help keep your mind as strong as your body, creating a harmony between mental clarity and physical resilience. That's the true beauty of almonds. They are not flashy or trendy, but steadfast. They don't promise miracles. They deliver them slowly, silently, through consistent nourishment. In every way that matters, almonds stand as a faithful ally. They defend your bones with their rich calcium and magnesium content. They power your muscles with clean plant protein. They strengthen your heart with heart-friendly fats. And they guard your mind with antioxidants that push back against the fog of age. Every time you reach for a handful of almonds instead of a sugary treat or processed snack, you're not just feeding your body, you're reclaiming your vitality. You're making a quiet but powerful declaration: I'm not done yet. And that's what aging with intention really looks like. It's not about reversing time or pretending to be young. It's about standing strong, choosing wisely, and protecting your ability to live life on your terms. Strength and joy are not luxuries reserved for the young. They're outcomes of small, daily choices. And few choices are as simple or as impactful as incorporating almonds into your diet. But almonds are just the beginning. If you're ready to discover a nut that doesn't just preserve the body, but rebuilds the very circuits of your mind, unlocking sharper memory, faster thinking, and steadier movement, then prepare yourself. There's a surprising powerhouse ahead that could transform the way you age. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. Walnuts, the mind and movement preserver. There's something quietly poetic about the walnut. Its surface is wrinkled, intricate, and folded, resembling the very organ it's designed to support, the human brain. It's as if nature gave us a clue, carved right into the nut itself. whispering, "This is food for your mind." For seniors striving to protect their memory, maintain balance, and preserve independence, walnuts are not a luxury, they are a necessity. As the years pass, the brain's network begins to fray at the edges. You may notice names take longer to recall, thoughts feel less crisp, or movements aren't quite as fluid. These are not just minor inconveniences, they are early signals. Left unaddressed, they can snowball into disorientation, falls, and a heartbreaking sense of disconnection from the life you love. That's why walnuts matter. These small, unassuming nuts carry within them a blend of nutrients that fortify the brain's very architecture. Chief among them is alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. Unlike many nutrients that simply pass through the body, ALA actively travels, integrates, and strengthens. It enhances the elasticity of brain cell membranes, ensuring that your neurons communicate more clearly and efficiently. That means better memory recall, quicker mental processing, and stronger emotional regulation, all essential to aging with dignity and awareness. But walnuts go even further. They are rich in polyphenols, specialized antioxidants that have a rare and powerful ability. They can cross the blood-brain barrier. Once inside the brain's protective layers, these polyphenols directly combat inflammation and neutralize oxidative damage. This is crucial because oxidative stress is one of the leading drivers of cognitive decline, dementia, and mental fog. Each time you snack on walnuts, you're not just feeding yourself, you're actively defending your most precious resource, your mind. And the benefits don't stop there. Walnuts also support your body's physical strength and stability. They are naturally rich in the amino acid arginine, which helps improve blood flow by relaxing blood vessels and enhancing circulation. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients delivered to muscles. It means quicker reaction times, steadier balance, and stronger steps. Vital tools in preventing falls and maintaining independence. Even sleep, a cornerstone of mental clarity and physical recovery, is gently supported by walnuts. They contain natural melatonin, a hormone that helps regulate sleep-wake cycles. For seniors who struggle with falling asleep or waking too early, a few walnuts in the evening can make a noticeable difference, helping the body find its natural rhythm and the mind experience true rest. When you choose walnuts, you're choosing to invest in your entire self: memory, movement, clarity, and calm. It's a small, powerful act of self-care that echoes across time. Each day you choose them, you buy yourself more days of energy, engagement, and ease. Yet as essential as walnuts are for preserving the brain and body, there's another nut, vibrant in both color and spirit, that brings its own secret strengths to the table. Especially for seniors seeking a younger heart, clearer vision, and the kind of stamina that keeps life feeling full and free. Are you ready to meet this next surprising champion? Pistachios, the heartbeat of mobility. The moment you crack open a pistachio shell and see the radiant green and soft purple hues inside, you're witnessing more than just natural beauty. You're seeing evidence of the powerful compounds locked within. Pistachios may be small, but they carry massive benefits, particularly for seniors determined to maintain their mobility, cardiovascular health, and vitality. More than just a satisfying snack, pistachios are a rich source of plant-based protein, fiber, and antioxidants. They are loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, compounds crucial for eye health. These protect your retina and help prevent age-related macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss in older adults. Your vision isn't just about seeing clearly, it's about moving confidently. Good eyesight supports balance, reduces fall risk, and helps you stay connected to the world around you. Pistachios are also heart heroes. Their combination of potassium, phytosterols, and heart-healthy fats work together to lower blood pressure and reduce bad cholesterol. Each handful improves circulation, boosts stamina, and helps your heart beat stronger with less strain. For seniors hoping to walk longer, stand taller, and breathe easier, this is no small gift. As you age, freedom doesn't come from big, dramatic changes. It comes from small, consistent choices. Choosing almonds, walnuts, and pistachios may seem like simple acts, but each one is a quiet rebellion against decline. These nuts aren't just food, they're tools for living better, longer, and more fully. They are a powerful ally in the ongoing battle to protect mobility, vision, and vitality as we age. Each time you reach for a handful of pistachios, you're not just enjoying a flavorful snack, you're taking a meaningful step in preserving your health and independence. The journey of aging isn't just about adding years to life. It's about ensuring those years are filled with strength, clarity, and the freedom to move through the world with confidence. Every beat of your heart and every confident step you take depends on one critical factor: the delicate balance of blood pressure. And with age, maintaining that balance becomes increasingly difficult. Hypertension, often called the silent killer, doesn't strike suddenly. It sneaks up gradually, stiffening your arteries, dulling your energy, and weakening your legs. You might not notice its effects right away. A little fatigue here, a little dizziness there. But over time, the consequences grow. But nature, in its wisdom, has, unlike many processed foods that promise health but come burdened with hidden salts and additives, pistachios are naturally heart-friendly. They support steady circulation, help regulate heartbeat, and do it all without sending your energy levels crashing. With regular inclusion in your diet, pistachios help create the stable internal environment your heart needs to keep you moving, thinking, and thriving. But pistachios offer more than cardiovascular strength. They protect the very sense that guides and grounds your every step, your vision. As we age, our eyesight begins to fade. Colors dull, details blur, and navigating the world becomes a little less certain. The threat of macular degeneration looms large for many seniors. It is, after all, the leading cause of vision loss later in life. That's where pistachios truly shine. Packed within their colorful shells are lutein and zeaxanthin, two powerful carotenoids that directly nourish the macula of the eye. These nutrients serve as natural internal sunglasses, filtering harmful blue light and slowing the oxidative damage that can rob you of your sight. And clear vision isn't just about being able to read a book or enjoy the view. It's about preventing falls, navigating your home safely, and maintaining the independence to drive, shop, and live on your terms. But the magic of pistachios doesn't end with their nutrients. They offer a unique physical experience that subtly reinforces health in overlooked ways. Their satisfying crunch requires gentle but purposeful chewing, which helps maintain oral strength, a small but crucial detail for seniors who may struggle with chewing efficiency or muscle tone in the jaw. This act of chewing also slows down eating, encouraging mindfulness and preventing the kind of mindless snacking that leads to weight gain and additional pressure on the joints. Then there's the small ritual of cracking each shell, a simple movement that calls upon fine motor skills, coordination, and hand strength. These little actions, repeated daily, can help maintain the dexterity and control so essential to tasks like writing, buttoning clothes, or preparing meals. Even the color and texture of pistachios provide joy. Their vibrant green and lavender hues are visually stimulating. Their soft sweetness is emotionally uplifting, and their playful shell invites engagement. In a world where so much of health advice feels like a chore, pistachios are a reminder that caring for your body can also bring delight. They invite us not just to nourish ourselves, but to enjoy that nourishment. Pistachios are more than just food. They are a heartbeat you can taste, a steady step you can feel, and a bright light against the slow dimming of age. But while pistachios offer daily strength, there is one nut, rare, exotic, and often overlooked, that holds an even deeper secret. It's a secret tied not only to stronger muscles, but to the very regulation of your body's aging process itself. And in the next segment, we'll uncover this final extraordinary protector. For now, it's important to step back and reflect on the deeper message. Every decision you make today shapes the strength you will carry into tomorrow. The foods you choose may seem like small details, but for seniors, those choices hold powerful, long-term consequences. They can be the invisible force that builds your strength, protects your heart, and sharpens your mind, or they can be the silent saboteurs that gradually wear you down. Popular nuts like peanuts, cashews, and pine nuts often appear healthy at first glance, but the truth is more complicated. These choices, while tasty, can come with hidden risks. They may interfere with medications, increase inflammation, tax your kidneys, and contribute to the kind of silent internal damage that doesn't show up until it's too late. They don't just cause mild discomfort, they can slowly erode the foundation of health you've spent a lifetime building. This isn't about fear, it's about knowledge, and the power that knowledge gives you to act with wisdom and intention. On the other hand, when you choose almonds, walnuts, and pistachios, you're choosing nature's guardians. These nuts offer more than taste. They defend your bones, preserve your mobility, nurture your mind, and fuel your heart. They're tiny packages of resilience that make each day stronger, each step steadier, each thought a little clearer. It's not too late. It's never too late. You can protect your legs from trembling. You can guard your bones from breaking. You can keep your heart from failing and your memory from fading. You can live with the strength to walk, to dance, to laugh without fear if you choose wisely, starting today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment 0. Your feedback means so much to us. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more inspiring and empowering content like this. Thank you for watching.